I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise,
He did the mash.
he did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard
He
smash.
did the mash.
It caught on and
He
flashed.
did the mash.
He did the monster mash.
In the club with 100 racks. Tell the waitress where my bottles at. When she twerk, she better look back. Make it wobble if you want it smack. You been staring since I pulled up. Showing tattoos on your lady love. Monster Mash, don't get it fucked up. On that drink until we feel it stuck.
He did the mash.
He did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard
He
smash.
did the mash.
It caught on and
He
flashed.
did the mash.
He did the monster mash.
Twitter fingers turn to trigger fingers. You getting bodied by a Vegas nigga. This the capital of getting lit. Talk shit and get your wig split. Don't step on my Louboutin. Came to get your girl and a friend. We smoking on that 20 Take 3 shots and let the games begin.
He did the mash.
He did the monster
The
mash.
monster mash.
It was a graveyard
He
smash.
did the mash.
It caught on and
He
flashed.
did the mash.
He did the monster mash.
Oh, oh, Cinderella, what can I tell ya? White dress or black leather, what can I tell ya? Oh, oh, Cinderella, what can I tell ya? With a little bit of game, we'll make your life better. Oh, oh, Cinderella, what can I tell ya? White dress or black leather, what can I tell ya? Oh, oh, Cinderella, what can I tell ya? With a little bit of game, we'll make your life better. Lottie-dottie, we likes to party. I like your pretty face and your thick ass body. What you working out for if you ain't trying to get naughty? And then she finally caught me in the corner of the club, trying to see my diamonds, if they really what it was. This is what it is, bitch, you ain't getting none. This is M.O.B. and I'm just here for some fun. Cause if you fuck with me, you gon' be out here on the run. Then she looking at me, smiling, confused and stunned. I gave her my phone, and she gave me her number. Let her touch on my chrome, let her sit on my leather. Then I took her fine ass home, I'm her midnight lover. Oh, oh, Cinderella, what can I tell ya? White dress or black leather, what can I tell ya? Oh, oh, Cinderella, what can I tell ya? With a little bit of game, we'll make your life better. Oh, oh, Cinderella, what can I tell ya? White dress or black leather, what can I tell ya? Oh, oh, Cinderella, what can I tell ya? With a little bit of game, we'll make your life better. I call her Cinderella and I call her Snow White, and she's looking for Dracula and don't care if we fight. Only going by her senses cause she knows it feels right. She needs the simulation, she's the lady of the night. Fuck all that waiting, she's about that life. And it's money she's chasing, that's whether wrong or right. You will give her some roses and she will send me a kite. Better break for high stakes so your future is bright. Cause it could be dim and it could be dark. So she walked up to my altar with her soul in her heart. She said I give these two to you and just don't take them apart. And I will give Cinderella. What can I tell ya? White dress or black leather. What can I tell ya? Old Cinderella. What can I tell ya? Win a little bit of game will make your life better.
Yo, what's good? The guy 720 up in this motherfucker. Happy Halloween for everybody. Yeah, man, the witches are out. I seen some crazy shit today. You know, I saw one police video where a woman was begging the cop to be her husband, and she was looking for a husband, and she cooking clean and all this other shit. Then I saw another video. It was a cop video again. This motherfucking broad goes up, creeps up in a house full of people, and starts trying to lick on a dude's face and tries to starts trying to hump on the motherfucker, try to seduce him. These are white women, of course, but it's out. That is the energy. Who was it? I think it was Noble Drew Ali said it, that in the last days women will be going door to door, begging men to marry them, and just so they could carry his name. It says something like that in the Bible too. So here we are, and it is the unpredictable layer. It's the uterus is trying to control existence and is not working too good. So we have to up the ante is what's going on. And she is going to go to the most extreme levels, which is, insanity in the Babel. And with inside that space of the Babel, she will find herself in a fucking straitjacket. Understand? It's very clear that some form, 7 women and 1 man, it's some form of control needs to be put down on the woman. I mean it's pretty evident. We can see it. The numbers are fucking outrageous. When it comes to what's going on with the type of children they've raised, when it comes to single motherism, and these children go out here in the world with the aim to destroy this society that they feel that they are not being included in. Well, our civilization today, you have to include yourself. That's how the game goes. Just like when it comes to my music, my music is based in one element, as all music is and all artistry is. It's based in a thing called force feeding. And you have to force feed the audience and the people and jump up and down, and you have to consistently, be in a motherfucker's face. No nail gets driven into the wood by just one strike of the hammer. You have to repetitively do it, and it becomes tiring. People don't necessarily go for what's good for them. Humans don't go for what they need. And sometimes, even when it comes to their wants, they may want a thing but don't know how to develop a plan in order to go get the thing. But in their mind, they're just saying that they want some shit, but they ain't gonna make it happen. This whole thing is based off making it happen, including yourself and intervening yourself in situations. And the ladies don't do that too tough. Because if things go wrong, they don't want to be the face of responsibility for the thing going wrong. And there's always a possibility that anything can go wrong. So, without being able to develop a plan to a plan B if things do go wrong, in the white man's land, what I call the monopoly game needs to be called the white man's land, And when we thoroughly look at it, and how this whole world is set up, or, especially America, as we are the source that has influenced the entire planet, you have to have a plan B, C, D, E, F, G in this motherfucker. You do. because there are many, hidden enemies. The nemesis is out there in the world, and you may not have done anything to create an enemy, but people will make you the enemy, or they will make you the totem pole to knock down, or the bar that is set to achieve against. You see what I'm saying? So you definitely got to watch that type of weird shit. Because people around you will strike up jealousy at you, and you don't know what the fuck is wrong with this person or why they're operating the way they're operating, and you thought that they were supposed to be the homie. And they'll definitely, especially when you're a man of intelligence, when you like information and shit of that nature, your brain gets the processor in your brain gets built to an area of speaking on truth, or speaking in scientific format about things, and the average person does not, cannot, will get angry at you for responding to situations in an intellectual format, because they cannot do it. And then what's really so crazy is that they don't look at it as a thing that intelligence is built inside of, from your own due diligence of studying. What they'll do is they just think that you just magically pulled some shit out your ass, and said it, you know and that you're always right, because they just think that you just magically have that touch. No, intelligence is a thing that is definitely built within you. And that is going to be based off of experience. Most definitely, experience is the best teacher. If you don't have the experience, then you need not speak. And the literature intelligence on a thing can only go so far. You have to be experienced within it in order to be quote unquote an expert, or an authority on the subject. You see what I'm saying? Or whatever you're dealing with. So you gotta watch out for that shit. You don't know who wants to pose up as the enemy. You don't know when your woman in your house that's sleeping with you in your bed wants to declare war on you. And she will go out here in the world and listen to this stupid ass music. And then she'll go out there and talk to her no brain having friends and think she's getting advice or what to do, and think they all know what's right. And it's like, you don't know what's right, because if you knew what's right, then you would have some form of provision in the area of industry. You would have some invention or something that could help the masses. And you don't think in the space of the masses, and everything that is around you was built in the space of thinking for the masses. So, in this world, it's basically you're in a straitjacket bouncing off the walls. You can do all that thinking and all that shit, and you could even try to take over the social paradigm and think you're going to be right, but you'll never know the decision making of the decision making process of traveled, experienced men. You never will. And due to that, it really it puts a rip in the brain, because they have this preset thing on how things are supposed to operate and work, even though nobody in their gender line has always um has no history within doing that, within constructing things, and knowing how to get around them, or knowing how to cooperate with them for the success line. You see what I'm saying? So they'll have this picture that they'll pose inside their brain and expect for that to be um you know confirmed out here in the world. We don't know what's going on in your brain. Nobody knows what's going on in your mind, and your mind has not controlled one goddamn thing on this planet. And this is where we have the mysterious environment of the internet. And the internet is the woman's video game, as men have decided to sit on their ass and play the fucking GTA and the fucking John Madden or the ESPN or whatever the fuck they're playing on a fucking video game. While you play that video game, the woman, uses the cell phone as her remote control to pierce into the internet and try to attempt and shape. I mean, they put down the attempt to shape men's minds and how they think and how they, and want to create attention seeking mechanisms like twerking and all this other shit. And guess what? Is not working. It's not, because it can be cut on, it can be cut off at whenever a man feels like getting on the internet. You see what I'm saying? But you definitely have to watch out for that. Because all things that are on the internet that are posted by women are in an attempt to guilt trip you as a male, and also to you know modify the way you think and perceive things. When you look at the podcast, they got 7 women up there, 1 dude, 2 dudes, and this is what the goal is, and you're not going to achieve that goal. So y'all watch out for whatever happens after this Halloween, because it definitely looks like, from things I've been witnessing online, the women are ferocious. They claim they want a husband and all of this other shit, and they don't even realize the fact of how much turmoil that they put down in that space of marriage that is not going to happen. Any man who is sound in mind and is you know serious about their finances and about their survival isn't going to attempt, and especially if they're experienced with women, they're not going to attempt, or they're not going to allow any form of threat towards their existence because you're a silly dumbass. And and that's what's going on the internet by majority rule. A lot of women do. And you have to understand, the majority of the stuff that I tell y'all about, female operation, da 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 da, this and that, are told to me by women. Women, because see what happens in life. Let me tell y'all a secret. When you tell the truth, people collapse in front of you and can only speak the truth. So when you shape your aura or whatever in this space of reality, people cannot impose falsehoods in front of you. You know, they'd rather run off like cowards, they'd rather hide, they'd rather do all this other shit. And when you go out there in the world, you go partying, you go to a club, you go to a bar, majority of motherfuckers are in fake space, you know. So if you start having a conversation, they'll come spilling out their guts, talking about all this type of shit and traumas and shit and all types of shit. It's like, nigga, we are at the bar. I don't want nothing. I don't want to hear about this shit. I am not Dr. Phil up in this motherfucker. You dig what I'm saying? We are at the bar, we're chilling, have a drink, playing some pool or some shit. I don't want to hear your life stories. I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, that information is important for screening those who you're going to put into your life. It's not, and we're talking about, for relationship purposes, because you want your relationship to be in the space of longevity, you know, because longevity is what allows you to get money. You see what I'm saying? Short-witted shit doesn't really allow you to get no money. And a lot of people's minds have been forced into that space to think like that. So basically, when it comes down to the screening and talking about traumas and all that other shit, that is for the bitch. Okay, that is for the woman. I'm screening the woman to see if she has quality levels that allows her to be in my realm. You understand? Um, Besides that, nigga, I don't give a fuck about what the fuck happened to you. Like, whatever the Lord designated for your design and character is exactly what it was supposed to be. I can't interrupt that. I'm not trying to interrupt that. Figure that out on your own. You dig what I'm saying? So, but when you speak nothing but truth, people can't lie to you on the willing standpoint in which they want to. and yeah. So watch out for this because it definitely looks like we're about to go into a phase of, women going into hardcore begging, you know. Um and I mean this will be, enjoyable, but at the same time, this could also be a response from the fear of what's going to occur with this presidency situation, as both presidents have now called the American people garbage, so on and so forth. We don't know who is who and what is what. Kamala can't get on stage without pointing her finger at Trump, but then you've been in office for 4 years and have done nothing. You understand? So it's very peculiar on what's going to happen. We can definitely feel the energy today. Halloween, happy Halloween for those that just came in, and you know, um, the energy is very bright today. We'll say that. But yeah, the witches are out, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know, how you feel about that, or how you're going to respond to that, but watch out for the tricks, trades, and charades and shenanigans. Okay, because plotting is definitely the uh, the the force of war. You want to be premeditated, and a person can only take you down if they're inside your circle. So remember, a traitor was always once a friend at first. Those who break their loyalty was once a friend at first. The majority of murders happen by people you know. The majority of rapes or molestations happen to women by individuals that are family friends or family members. So it's the ones that you know that are in your circle, as like the mafia or whatever. They say, I forgot what the phrase is, but you know, they only kill each other inside the mafia. You know what I'm saying? Like they say with the Rolling 60s, you're not a Rolling 60 till you kill a 60, and these things are very fucking real. So, it's always those who are close to you that are going to try to stab you, and yeah, that's why I just, keep the keep the distance with a lot of people. Try to keep things in a um an enjoyable space, the giving of gifts and whatnot, but everybody don't operate like that, and you never know when somebody is going to try to pull the bullshit your way. You understand? So you got to be on your square at all times, because everybody's going to act like they're fucking friendly. This is a dog eat dog world. I'd rather have a motherfucker, show their teeth off the rip, instead of doing the smiling and the lies. I'd rather have a nigga be on some growling shit, because I'm a growl too. I'm not no smiling ass nigga, because I know everybody's fucking full of shit, shit. What, it's only humans that make humans hate humans, it's only men that make women hate men, it's only women that make men hate women, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you just got to watch your actions and, the behaviors of others, and you definitely want to put down some form of screening, you understand? So, the, yeah, the witches are out. I don't know how y'all feel about that, man. What do y'all think, man? The girls are going to be coming 7 women to one man, and they're going to try to come up in your picture and move into your house and think they could do whatever the fuck they want. It's crazy what I've been seeing on the videos. I saw one cop video where a woman go call the police because she came home and there was a broad laying in her bed, charging up her phone, fucking around on it, texting and shit. Like, what the fuck, bitch? There was one case, I think this is in Vegas, and dude broke into somebody's house, gonna do the laundry, gonna clean the kitchen, and then make a sandwich, and put up the groceries too, or some crazy ass shit. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? People have lost their rabbit minds. People don't know, how to survive nowadays, you know. So, they weren't taught to have respect. and they weren't taught to cooperate with authority. A lot of people think that they can just, combat with the police and your rights. And it's funny because all the videos that you see where police are apprehending people, it's always the same wordplay because they're dumbasses. This is the dumbass. Then what do they say? They say, call my mama or my grandma or my husband. Let me call somebody, right? That's supposed to have an authority. I want to see my lawyer. I want to talk to my lawyer. Now, this is while the cop is right there in front of them on the side of the road. Okay. We're not talking about downtown in the cell block. We're not talking about, over here, in front of the judge. They're saying all of this shit right in front of the cop as they're being arrested. So they don't know the process, obviously. And when they don't know the process, it's clear that these individuals have brought hell to people's life their entire time of existing, and they think that it's okay because let me tell you something about them police. They're going to bring hell to you. And I mean, sheesh, but let's go down some of the statements before we talk about the hell that is being brought. And for real niggas, they don't like to get caught up into them situations at all. So here it is. The second thing they say is, where's my lawyer? I want to talk to my lawyer. The third thing they say is, I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue you, you cop, blah, 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 blah. And what's another one? Don't touch me. That's another one. Don't touch me. Or they get to talking about what they don't like. I don't like talking to cops, or I don't like being here. And they think they could just walk off and storm off. It is fucking out of this world. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, brother. The brother is in. The brother is here. Let's talk about it. They say, I got you on camera. You fucking dumbass. What is the camera? Round of applause for the brother Moon over here. Yo, let me tell you something. I got you on. What does that mean? There is a camera on the chest. Who gives a fuck? Nobody gives a fuck about your camera. Your camera will bring no assault. It has no power. Do you understand me? You are lard ass. You are a reject to society. You understand? I got you on camera. That is it. That was the one I was looking for. I know my rights. Yeah, go. The brothers, you see what's going on here? The people have been watching wholesome television. You understand? They've been watching wholesome television is what is going on here. Yeah, the original ABC, my nigga. Yeah, I know my rights. That's another one. Can we have another? Can we have some more from the people in the audience? Oh my God. Yeah, I know my rights. I got you on camera. You know nothing, you jackass. You shut the fuck up. You get your ass in the back seat. God damn it, where it is cold. You don't know nothing about this hard plastic, nigga. You about to sit on. Oh my God. Nigga, yeah, let's talk about the process, okay? Real niggas know because they've been through the shit, okay? Bro, I remember one time, this is way back in the day. I was in El Paso. It was like 2, 3 in the morning. Nigga, we got pulled over. There was like 2, 3 blunts in rotation. Niggas is doing the ignorant, smoke just bellowing out of the car. We get pulled over. They pull us all out. We sitting on the curb. They got us sitting with the legs crossed and our arms behind our back. And bro, they brought the dog and all this other shit. My homeboy actually had the weed in his shorts underneath his pants. Real niggas know, because back in the day, we used to wear the fucking the gym shorts underneath the pants because you put your shit in the pockets in the gym shorts. And the nigga had the green the entire time. And the police, we was out there for 2 hours, 2, 3 hours, 2 in the morning, bro. These motherfuckers had the dog running all through the car. They was trying to lift up the seats. They was trying to find the fucking, go inside the trunk and all types of shit. They got nothing. But guess what they did get? They got time off the back. Yeah, nigga. Like that leather whip comes down, What's your name, Kunta? What's your name? What's that clip they was showing everybody? I be good nigga for you, master. Kobe be good nigga. Toby be good nigga. Yo, so it's fucking phenomenal, right? You go to jail. This is your trip. You will now learn. Okay, motherfucker. You get caught with the nickel bag, nigga. You in these hard seats in the back seat. You got the fucking shit behind you. You got your arms behind you and shit. They take you to the back of the jail. They got to press the button, bzz, and the door open. Woof! You step into the dimension. Welcome. You understand? Nigga, the first thing you notice is the temperature drop. You can smell the dust in the old metal. Yeah, that's another one. What's your badge number? Yeah, you have no power. You're a dumbass. You don't know what to do with the badge number. You know what I'm saying? You know what to do with the Fanta orange drink. That is your soul. That is what you know what to do. You don't know nothing about no goddamn badge number. Oh, what was it? What's the other one? Call your sergeant. The sergeant is a cop too. You fucking dumbass. You think you're gonna be able to get, you think you're gonna be able to get your bills. Yeah, call your supervisor. You think you're gonna be able to get the whole thing rejected or dropped down? You know how when you call the bill collector, the nigga need to pay his electricity bill. Like, man, let me talk to your sergeant, man, real quick, man. Let me get what's the name? Let me get some money dropped down off this bill so I can go ahead and pay you niggas, man. Get off me back. Yeah, I'm a sovereign. I haven't heard that song. I've heard that a couple of times, but you are no sovereign. You don't even know the definition of sovereign. You are a YouTube jackass. Do you understand? That's what it is. And you think you have some form of magical glamour that you can wave in front of the cop's eyes, and it's not going to happen. So this is what happens. You smell all this, you smell the dust, you feel the cold temperature, and the fucking, you can smell the old steel and shit. And then they sit you down with a nurse. They fingerprint you first. They put you in a little tiny cell, and they fingerprint you first because they got to run your fingerprints for the national alert, because we don't know if your ass might be all the way wanted up in New York. Yeah, that's another one. The cuffs are too tight. The Black Madonna is here. Okay, she says the cuffs are too tight. Yeah, that's another one. Well, you should have been a dumbass, and then you wouldn't have to worry about no cuffs being on your wrist. Because I complied. I've had crazy situations with cops. I ain't even gonna lie. I've had cops at my door with big AKs. I had my house raided one time, all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? And your boy's still standing. Because, like I always say, that verbal judo, read that book, get that book. And that book teaches you how to defuse situations. And I remember one time a cop came to my door. I had Hannibal in my arms. He said he still remembers that situation. And I had Hannibal. He was a baby. I said, I have a baby in my arms. Have you lost your mind? You put your goddamn gun down. They said, oh shit, yeah. I am a tax-paying citizen, motherfucker. Don't you? I don't use the cussing because it's not needed. Just stay in your professional space. You can talk with a little bit of force, but you want to be heard clearly. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. I've had many situations. I haven't had any state or federal on my back, my nigga. I don't get caught. That is, you can call me the Monopoly man, nigga. I get away, nigga. We not gonna get caught away with shit. Fuck you. You understand me? And even if, I'll tell you, you go in there, you get fingerprinted, they put you in a little tiny cell. And then after that, they put you in the cell block situation for the county. And there might be like 3, 4, 5 different rooms, depending on what your charge is. And then put you up in that motherfucker. And then you up in there with a couple people. There's all types of writing on the wall. You're sitting on the cement, nigga. You're sitting on the cinder block. And then they got the payphone right there you might have to use because you don't have no reception with your cell phone. All reception is blocked by the cement from the cinder blocks. You dig what I'm saying? Oh, I need a phone. You try to talk to the motherfucker. You try to give you try to give the hand symbols through the little slit window and shit, nigga, please. And then the big question at that moment is, am I going to get dressed out? I don't want to get dressed out. That is the goal. When you get up in county, nigga, the goal is to get the fuck out of here before you get dressed out. You know, so you call it everybody, man, I need the bail. I need to, I need to go talk to the bail bondsman. Because you're going to be in that little room for some hours. And that is the game they get to play. Let me tell you one time, or what happened with me one time. I was already dressed out and upstairs, right? And you know, all these niggas was like, man, can I get a piece of paper? Can I get a pencil? Can I They was trying to talk to the correctional officers up in there. And then the motherfucker was he was talking to us or some shit. He said, oh man, tonight I'm gonna go home, man, watch the game, man. Wife gonna cook me a big old steak, man, get my balls blown, man, And I said, what? I said, nigga, no nigga will ever be able to talk shit to me on that type of level. You've lost your goddamn mind. He was like, you are the indigent, is what is the legal term. You are an indigent, okay, which means you are ignorant. You are the indigent is indigenous without the us part on it. They just put a T right there for the cross because you hang on the cross, nigga. Indigent. Okay. So you're an indigent, you're a dumbass. You don't understand how this whole game works. You understand? So I was like, no, nigga, shit talking is just a part of the whole masculine paradigm. You will not ever in your life, the soul will be able to talk to a level of shit like that to me, nigga. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go down here, enjoy the wife, the kids in the backyard with the pool. And you are in the orange uniform, you have on the maroon sandals, and you will eat from the brown tray. You will eat the soupy grits. You will eat, motherfucker, the MRE, the eggs. You know what MRE is the military food. Is powdered food. They just add it with the water, and then heat it up, and voila, nigga, you got steak and potatoes. Nigga, put the soupy grits on your fucking tray, nigga. You get the bologna slice with the fucking green spot and the white piece of bread, nigga. This is it, and then you get the little carton of milk, the same little carton of milk or little orange juice that you used to get in fucking in school when you was a kid. I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. This is terrible. And then when you dress out, you will be putting on, drawers and clothes that other niggas have worn. Do you understand? See, when you understand all of this shit, and then you be like, hey man, you try to talk to the correction officer. Oh man, I need this. I'm trying to get this. Let me talk to the nurse, and then I need to go to the nurse or some dumb shit. And you know what happens? They say, oh man, just wait, oh man, it's about to be shift change, and we about to change shifts right now, nigga. 3 hours, nigga. Woo! The games they can play with you because they're getting paid on the clock, and they just shrug you off. It's whatever. 3 hours, 4 hours, 2 days, 3 days, a week. You ain't even being seen about, and then bzz, hits. They call your name on the intercom. Trudy Booker, go ahead, dress up, bring out there. So you got to dress out. You got to bring out all your fucking shit. You got to put all your little mattress and shit in a big ass sheet. And you got to carry that shit out. I remember one time I was locked up, and when they called me out, they this was way back in the day. This was before I even was fucking around with information like that. They called me to walk out, to go out, and they said on the intercom system, they said, watch out for Mr. Booker, he's a high alert. High alert? Nigga, what the fuck that mean? Nigga, I ain't come up in here with no kilos, nigga, with no gun charges, nigga, what the fuck? So what the fuck that meant? Still to this day, I don't know what the fuck that meant, but yeah. So, you get caught into this system, and then you go to jail. I remember one time, I had to pay probation like $40 a week or $40 a month or some crazy shit. And I had already paid them out. But I went up in the court all ignorant. I went up in there with the box little afro things. I had them all over my head and shit. And the judge was like, man, I was like, man, I already paid him out, man. I'm not finna pay him again, And the judge was just like, man, all you had to do is just pay him again, and the shit would have been lost. But their tracking was wrong on the time on when I was supposed to pay him. So, and I guess the judge saw that, and he was like, go to jail for 10 days, nigga. You're going in. I was like, going in? What the fuck? So I got locked up right there, I guess, because the way my hair was and the way I was carrying myself, I was still like in thug mode or whatever the fuck. And man, I had to go to jail, you know what I'm saying? And all because I didn't pay the probation thing an extra $40 and their timing was off. And see, that's the whole thing. They have the authority, and then you have to deal with probation officers, or even from the niggas that have been up in the state and the fed. You got to deal with parole officers. I was on 5 o'clock curfew in senior year of high school. I had a probation officer and all of that shit. I had dirty urine analysis, and they sent my ass to the motherfucking penitentiary, nigga. And they sent me to like a high level state pen, nigga. It was like on some, John Wayne Gacy type niggas up in there, because I ain't never seen a pen like this. And it was glass walls. They didn't have bars. They had glass walls that you could see through, so you could see everything that they was doing. And they put us up in there, and we had to go to the back, and then we had to do the work that these niggas do. And they gave us a pickaxe, and I had to hit the rocks with the pickaxe. Nigga, I can still feel that vibration going up my bones today. Nigga, I was out there in El Paso in the hot ass sun, and then all the fucking, like, all the correctional officers, the people who were giving us the tour through the pen and shit, came all around me. And it was like, man, you not finna come back up in here. These other degenerates are the same. They motherfuckers gonna be in here for life. But you not gonna ever come back up in this motherfucker. So they was making me hit the fucking rocks with the goddamn pickaxe, nigga. Please, they almost broke your boy. Do you understand me, nigga? Yeah. I was always like, nigga, that shit fucked me up, nigga. I was like, nah, we not hitting no rocks with no axe. I like pussy. We finna to be around the beautiful women, nigga. Because I remember, I'll tell you, I went to juvenile detention center. I was up in the juvenile, and I just remember it, wherever I go, motherfuckers look at me and be like, oh, okay, double OG, come kick it with us over here, that type of shit, yeah, nigga, get this nigga a free biscuit. I always get that type of treatment. I don't know why, nigga. I don't got tattoos on the face and shit, but whatever the case. So I'm walking up into the juvenile, and it was nothing but essays up in there, and essays were already writing letters to their shorties and shit, and they had the little praying hands, the essays, they do the Catholic symbols, the praying hands, and they was drawing the Virgin Marys on the letters that they was writing they shorties, and one of the essays like, yeah, Holmes, I'm writing this for my mija, da-da-da. I was like, yeah, nigga, I got one of them Spanish mijas too, nigga, badass bitch. So the motherfucker was like, yeah, and it hit my psyche like, yo, man, these niggas is already psychologically prepared. Like, this is a zone for them. This was I never went through no work release program. That's like older ages. The story I just gave you was shit that happened in Atlanta. This shit that I'm telling you right now is what happened down in Texas before I even left high school. I had already been in juvenile detention a couple of times and blah, 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 all this other shit, right? So I could see through the essays that they was already set up, like psychologically, like they had the praying hands and they had all this shit. And it was like, yeah, I'm writing a letter to my mija and to my bonita, and she's the and I was like, nigga, I'm finna get out of here and go fuck me some mija, nigga. Nigga, I'm not writing letters. Fuck you and fuck that. You understand that? Fuck you and fuck that. I'm not doing this dumb shit sitting up in no goddamn Bing, and yeah, man. And I got out of there, and then right after that, I was kicking it with the homies, you know, and nigga walked up to me and was like, "Yeah, man, I'm facing 40 for a kidnap." And I was like, "Oh no, nigga, we not doing no 40 nothing for no goddamn body. You done lost your motherfucking mind. Think I'm gonna get caught up in there." And then when I saw just how the black gangster structure worked, nigga, I'm like, nigga, please. I was kicking it with my niggas, man. We was all drinking 40s and smoking, man. I had a cell phone at the time. My dad had bought me cell phone. Cell phone ringing, man. It's my shorty, she wanted to kick it. I'm just looking at these niggas, and I'm like, man, I'm good, bro. I'm good with all this dumb shit. I got the fuck up out of there. Man, went to my little Mija house, little Bonita, and I've been just smoking and drinking with females ever since, nigga. I ain't fit to kick it with no niggas. Niggas want to fight. Niggas got a lot of problems going on that they want to get involved in that ain't concluding to no dollar bill. If I fuck, and that's one thing that I saw too is like, nigga, my first charge was based on me getting money, nigga. I wasn't doing no fucking dumbass shit trying to take an axe upside no nigga head by no emotional bullshit, nigga. I'm trying to get money, But the homie here asked me, did I ever go through Rice Street in Atlanta? Yes, I did. That was a funny story too. But I was up in Rice Street, and I was locked up in they had all of us in one cell at Rice Street. It was like 20, 30 niggas. It was like 3, 4 white boys. And the white boys was up in there talking about, how they got busted off a marijuana grow. This was before marijuana was legalized. So then I was at the same time, I had been studying, how to grow weed, you know what I'm saying? And from this book called The Marijuana Bible. I think it's still out. It's probably more updated now, but I was just breaking down all types of shit. Them country niggas up in there was looking at me crazy because I was dressed in nothing but fatigues. And me and my homeboy, I got hit with a weed charge. My homeboy got hit with the Glock charge, even though and it was my heat. It was my gun, and I got my gun back. You dig what I'm saying? But look, yeah, I got hit with the gun charge. He got hit with the weed, but the gun charge got fucking dismissed because they never gave me an arraignment date. So it got outdated, and I had forgot all about the charge and shit. And then all of a sudden, I got a letter in the mail talking about come down here and get your pistol. And then that's when I went down there like 4 or 5 times trying to get it. I actually had to do sex magic with my shorty and make her visualize. I talk about it in the Black Man's Bible. Make her say, "Yeah, I want you to have your gun," and all this other shit while I'm beating it up. Man, I went down there. All them black mammies that was giving me a fucking problem was not even in the building. It was remarkable. I gave the motherfucker my information. The dude went. It was like, oh, okay. He went right over there, got my gun, and gave it back to me, and I was gone. Yeah, all of that's in the Black Man's Bible, and I can reiterate it because all of these are true fucking stories. You know what I'm saying? So, but what happened at Rice Street was, when I was about to get out, they put us all in the room, and I ended up spitting game on the Bible. And before I know it, I'm standing up, and all the sheriffs are sitting down next to the other niggas that are locked up right there, and I'm teaching them the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving them game, and on what was being stated in the Bible and the Apocrypha and blah, blah, blah. My brain was real fresh on all of that stuff at that time because I was studying it. You know what I'm saying? I was wearing off fatigues, and then they just let me go. I just got the fuck up out of there, and I got my heat later. And the whole situation happened because I was supposed to meet a dude that was going to sell me the secret life of water or plants. I think it was a dude that I had encountered from the radio station. I forgot the dial of the radio. I think it was 89.3 or something in Atlanta. And yeah, he showed up late. By the time he showed up, the police was already on us. My homeboy caught that charge. But yeah, it was some weird shit that happened with that whole thing. No, I've never done any county time. I've never done time, period. The most I've ever been inside of a jail at one time consistently was 10 days, my nigga. Then that was from that probation bullshit that happened in Atlanta. Besides that, my nigga, I don't fuck around, bro. I make sure we move on 007 time. And this is the type of shit that I was talking about when I said in the real nigga etiquette, buy the book. Don't forget, you get all 6 books right now. Kicked Out of Heaven, volume 1, 2, and 3. The Black Man's Bible, Real Nigga Etiquette, and the Ethereal Law for $100, and you get the Encyclopedia on the Alchemy of Women for free. Okay, with that, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, that is the game. And don't forget to donate. So what happened was, as I said in the Real Nigga Etiquette, um niggas commit the dark acts, but don't understand the dark arts. I operate in the fashion of the dark arts, my nigga. And what are the difference? My homeboy, the librarian, he wanted to hear an explanation on what the differences are between the dark arts and the dark acts, right? So this is the best way I can explain it. We're gonna go pull a kick door. Let's go pull a kick door, right? Right? So you and the nigga, you and need one nigga, you go up to the house and you try to kick the door in. That's why it's called a kick door, right? You kick the door in and you come in and you waving your guns around. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's all loud and where the dope, where the money at? Stupid shit, right? The dark arts are based in you studying the house. You seeing when the individuals inside the house come and go. You mark those times. You also understand what type of lock or doorknob you may have came up to the door and acted like you were a Grubhub or some shit, and you didn't you got the wrong address. Sorry about that, but you got to see what type of lock they got on the door. And when you're going to go in to do the devil's deed, you go in, and you pick the lock. You do not kick the door in. You pick the lock, like for instance, one way to do it real quick, if you're not going to do it like, you can't do no paperclip shit. This ain't no fucking movie. You can take a smooth card, and just wedge it in and it'll pop it, you know. And just wedge it in between the doorknob and the wall, because usually the smooth side of the lock is facing you. Okay, so you can put it in there and it'll pop the lock. Boom, you get in. You see that? There was no loud nonsense. There wasn't no making a scene. The neighbors don't know what's going on. You can do this broad daylight. You see what I'm saying? This is called the dark arts, where you are in the status of the cat burglar and you study the situation and you want to move in a format of not leaving any evidence, and you definitely don't want to hurt anybody. You know what I'm saying? Those who commit the dark acts, you know, are the dumbass. They're loud, they're ignorant, they're spilling blood on the situation. They're making a lot of noise, and they're causing attention towards the situation. And you don't have to do that, because as soon as you do that, guess what happens? It's just like a call I heard. There's a lot of 911 calls that are on TikTok too, and that shit is interesting to listen to. And there was one frantic white guy. He calls in. He says, my neighbor's house is being robbed. My neighbor's house, they got 3 criminals up in there. That is like, no, we can't have this. This is wrong. I'm getting my shotgun. And she was like on the phone, no, sir, please put your shotgun down. The police will be on their way. I've alerted them. He was like, no, they're getting away. I see they're coming out of the house. They're getting away right now. I'm going to shoot them. I'm going to fucking shoot them. Well, there's some weird inclination about, men and humans overall. You'll see this definitely in the females too, where they have a desire to kill. Okay. Now, this is a natural law element, because obviously everything in nature kills, whether it's ants, whether it's wasps, whether it's, a lizard, a frog, they kill birds, they kill, and then shouts out to the eagle. The eagle will come down and grab you by the talons. That's what it's called. The feet are called the talons. Okay. And they will pick you up and fly you up 100 feet in the air and drop your monkey ass. They do this shit to goats, my nigga. I was like, yo, the eagle is phenomenal. You're not fucking around with the predator. Okay, the predator is the predator. You understand me? And if you're not a predator, you don't eat. You understand? So you have to eat. Okay, and so don't get that word predator mixed up with the whole thing. Oh, he's a predator and he hunts the female. Yeah, I'm gonna hunt the female because you are to be hunted, motherfucker. What are you talking about? You like they said in the medieval, the woman is the only meat that dresses herself for great attack, to be to be cooked, okay? To be rotisseried. Do you understand me? Okay, and that's what the female designs herself for. They put on the perfume, they put on the makeup for great attack from the wolf. Do you understand? That's what she wants. That's what she desires in the late night hour. Do you understand me? Okay, so the eagle dropped the goddamn thing from the motherfucking sky. So don't get it fucked up when they want to talk about the predator, the predator. Call it the predator, nigga. You understand me? So you better have your hunting. Your hunting is on, okay? And you have to get vicious with that whole situation. You dig what I'm saying? But yeah, if you have to do the dark arts, make sure you do it in a very precise way. Okay, you could definitely steal more from a bank with paperwork than you can with a gun. Okay, do not ever make loud situations when you have to do the deed. Okay, and that's all there is to it. The criminal act. You if you want to learn the truth about the energy behind them words, get the kicked out of heaven, my dog, because you're not gonna get it nowhere else. The cat burglar, nigga, climb up the side of the wall to get the diamond. You understand? And that's if you're gonna have to do something, if you see an easy bag to get, do not neglect your opportunities. You understand me? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if I see a bag in the middle of the street, got 100,000, 2 million in that motherfucker, it is mine. Do you understand me? I immediately put that shit up in some Bitcoin and wash it out from there. That's all Bitcoin is just a money washing system. You dig what I'm saying? So you better just know that. There's ways to go about this shit. Uh, Yeah, like the brother says here, and he did it with demand. He did it with violence. The brother John Phillips says, "Buy the damn books, people. They are phenomenal." That's right. That's what I put about here, bro. I appreciate that. Force is what we need, okay? Because we're not applying force, and we're not applying strategical force when it comes to our survival and when it comes to who we are as a people. Do you understand? But yeah, that is very important. I appreciate that for sure. But get the books. It is time for you to encounter and to meet the dark one that your grandma always told you about. And it's kind of funny. We've been through church and we were raised all up in this church and stuff. And you heard your grandma always say that ain't nothing but the devil. This is the devil. That's the devil. But they never explained what was going on with the dark one. And he is there's mercy there. He's been on this planet for eons, lonely. And messing around with humans and all their stupid ways, and they're needing to have a scapegoat to blame for their backward actions. Because humans like to get involved inside the backwardness as well. And and that's because we have social control on our situation. No other, nothing else on this planet has social control. You know what I'm saying? So you have to learn the trickeries of illusion. That is definitely explained in volume 2, but you'll see some of that in the Vagabond section in volume 1 as well. So it is very, very, very important for us as Black people to defend ourselves in a world where our religious system is not sound. And it's kind of funny now that I stated that, because I've been mentioning the money religion a lot. And to be honest, as my Islamic homie tells me all the time, he says, bro, you control enough and you have enough things attached to you to go ahead and design a real religion, and I really could, you know. And that's interesting because I don't believe in the whole cult thing. I don't like, the results of that type of situation. I don't believe in the cult shit. I don't believe in man worship. I don't worship no human being, I worship nothing at all, if we're going to be technical about it. But, I do understand the element of quote unquote savior, and I do understand why humans need that, which is a new exception for me, you know what I'm saying? Because it's very odd, you know. It's not that I look for failure, but I do carry myself with a protection from the lack of disappointment. I don't want to be disappointed by anybody. So I don't put anybody in a space to be disappointed from. You are who you are. I don't need you to do shit. I do the shit my goddamn self, And because one thing I know about me is that if I didn't do it right the first time, I'm going to continuously do it until it is done correctly. And that's one thing my mom taught me, most definitely. She always stated, if you ain't gonna do it right, don't do it at all. And I wish a lot of people consider that, but they don't. You know, Especially when it comes to music. A lot of people do not. They don't spend time with the James Brown. They didn't spend time with the Nat King Cole or the Sammy Davis Jr. They haven't seen the layers of what our culture is, and that's one thing that the Black Man's Bible is. I did it as most as I could, was to compile and also treasure chest what culture that we developed ourselves from about the 1930s and 40s up until around the 1990s is what I tried to do. Because due to the lack of respect, the lack of preservation, the lack of love towards their own culture, we have ignored the energies and the experiences that we went through during those time periods. It's been sort of erased. The next generation isn't too excited about getting involved with that. And our generation isn't too excited about teaching them because a lot of these things ended in embarrassment. And that is very true. There really is no revolution. The most revolutionary act that the black race could uphold right now is to not be socially influenced, because that is how you're being controlled. That is the new system of slavery. That is the new whip, is to be you know socially influenced upon. That way we know we have the invisible rope on your neck and you will do as you're told. Okay. And this will come in a mass amount of ways. um Everything from your clothes to your your slang words and terminology. We need to control all of that. That is what is definitely being done. So the most revolutionary act that you could do is to have a connection with the space of what black culture in America is. Okay. And it's not to be defined by those who created the roots of it. Okay. So, and what I mean is that it is definitely explained in the Real Nigga Etiquette Voodoo edition on how the culture was designed for African Americans, and that culture stayed in place until around the late 1800s, and that's when we had the time period of slaves being free. So the slaves are free now, and we sort of designed our own things in our own cities until that was destroyed in around the 1930s and 40s. And then we have assimilation and we have integration that occurred. From that assimilation and integration, there was a lot of hesitation of leaving the house and being fully integrated with Europeans, or the descendants of Europeans who are now Americans. So we kept ourselves concealed, and in that concealment, we created the George Clinton. We've created the James Brown. We created, the Commodores. We created Sly and the Family Stone. We created the Temptations. We created Aretha Franklin, Whitney Houston. The list goes on, and that right there is about the most clear, unfiltered space of what Black culture was. We did that 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, even though, and then in the late 70s, that's when they started bringing in the word funk. And that word funk was specifically implemented to destroy the whole mentality of revolution as it did. Okay. So let's get funky, the funkadelics. And, there's so many different songs that are using the word funk. So this is the first like real social engineering experiment that was going on, besides the chemical experimentation that was going on with a lot of different drugs and pills that were in the streets during that time. You know what I'm saying? That was definitely coming from the hospitals and the pharmacies. At that time, Black women were still scared of the hospital and things of that nature, and we were sound, we were in quiet, until we got into this whole space in the 90s. And it was amazing to watch, Black males, accept this new Laffy Taffy era of hip hop, and to forget, the masculinity zone that we were in. Because if you want to be detailed on it, the 1930s and 40s and the 50s, where Black males where it was nationally, the national attire at that time was three-piece suit, was suit, vest, hat, tie, bow tie, shiny shoes, things of that nature. Okay. The only other time Black males had a consistent masculine attire was in the 90s. Besides that, if you look at the record covers for niggas in the 80s and the 70s and the 60s, niggas look bird than a motherfucker. Niggas is looking fucking weirdo. That's everybody from Rick James, Cameo up here with a red cup on and shit. Them niggas is looking like fucking birds. All through the 80s, 70s, and 60s, niggas looking fucking homo. Give a fuck what a nigga talking about. The 90s was the only time period where you saw niggas wearing overalls, niggas with baggy jeans and jerseys, and niggas, and that type of attire. You know what I'm saying? Then it went into the big t-shirts and shit. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at them niggas in the 70s and the 60s and shit, them niggas is looking like some fucking homos. As a matter of fact, I got if you want to go to millenniumdvds.com and purchase the whole Soul Train, you can. I have it. And I remember one time I was watching the Soul Train, and I was in the kitchen cooking, and there was a song that came on that I grew up on that was on the radio. And then I walked into the living room to say something to somebody, or say something with my kids. And I looked at the screen, and it was some niggas hitting these high pitch ass notes. And I thought that this song was sang by women because I only heard it through the radio. We didn't, I wasn't watching, all of that shit, But yeah, I got the Soul Train up there on millenniumdvds.com. If you want to see Al Green with the big Dr. Seuss hat on and shit and all that shit, it's on there. I got it. You know what I'm saying? Let me see here. Yeah, 70s and 80s, them niggas is dressing weird than a motherfucker, man. That's all there was to it. So in the 90s, niggas had masculine attire, and then it turned in on niggas, man, because niggas don't have no respect or love towards their culture. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, it went out the way it went out. Niggas started wearing fucking, you know, the skinny jeans and wearing dresses on the fucking cover of the goddamn CD on the albums and shit, and niggas is wearing lipstick and fingernail polish and shit, man. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with a nigga's brain, man. I guess, niggas ain't really ain't really seen or felt the power of a woman's love. When you get up underneath that belly button and that oxytocin comes spilling out, and she hop up and makes daddy the sandwich. You understand? And until you, because she, and this is this, and see, it's kind of funny when I say that, because a lot of people take that energy like, oh yeah, nigga, you forcing your girl to do some shit. No, motherfucker. Women voluntarily do that. Okay, when they're in love and they feel that energy, okay, and the goosebumps is at a rise and the hair stands on end, nigga, she will voluntarily scrub the shoes. She will voluntarily iron the clothes. She does that on her own. These are not things that you have to force out of a woman. Women will naturally do that. You know what I'm saying? When they understand that they are with, Big Daddy, you understand. And if you're not holding that Big Daddy energy, eat some grits, eat some eggs and grits, nigga. Go work on your fucking yard or something, nigga. Go mow some fucking grass or something. You know what I'm saying? Um, when she saw Mos Def in a dress that blew, yeah, man, there's a lot of weird ass niggas, man. But like I said, more evidence towards the New York. We're not gonna talk about it today, but good lord. She says, Mama E says, when she saw Mos Def in a dress, it blew her. I hope you're not talking about the kilt, because the kilt has a long history, and the kilt does not come from Ireland or Scotland. If you look at the pharaohs of ancient Egypt, they are wearing kilts. Go look at them. Go look at the fetishes. They're not wearing pants. They're wearing what you would call today a dress. So it's all about the cultural understanding of and what goes on with the space of time and what goes on with cross culture. So you have to understand that business, the majority of business operates off of cross culture and also cross generation. So, and it's better to do cross generation when it's maybe about 1,000 years apart. You know what I'm saying? And you introduce things that have already been proven in different time periods and different cultures to sell. Like pajamas, for instance. Pajamas is ancient China. That isn't a thing that Americans wear to bed. You know what I'm saying? And if you got a woman with you in the bed, y'all need to be sleep in the nude. You understand? And that is for health reasons, as a matter of fact, because it helps with your breathing and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? Because, and then what goes on is y'all are sleeping in a blanket with the dead skin cells and all of that shit. So there's a lot of energy that's going on that that builds the psychic connection in between you and your lady. You understand? So also understand. So if you see Snoop Dogg in the kilt, which he has worn one publicly, and also if you see Mos Def in the kilt, and you also have to understand the science behind the kilt is because the patterns that are on the fabric actually represent certain houses and kingdoms that ruled during those times. So when you see the dark blue, dark green, I think with the khaki line, that is the Campbell a house and line right there. They got all of them. They got McDonald's has one. They have different fabrics that represent the bloodline or the family name, shall I say. And you won't see that on the family crest. You see what I'm saying? So never ever get a kilt mixed up with a dress or a skirt, because kilts come directly from the pharaohs of ancient Egypt. Okay. And you'll never see pharaohs of ancient Egypt wearing pants. They wore kilts or dresses, what you would call today a dress. Okay. Um, yeah, so yeah, that's that is definitely a part of the game. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of rules with attire that is that we don't thoroughly understand. We don't understand dress code yet. And that goes back to culture, like I was just explaining on the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s versus the 90s. You have to definitely, there's so many different areas of culture that need to be built, because we're the only people on the planet that don't have a culture in reality. if you want to talk about, the most culture that you're going to find is the black man's Bible. Nobody else has concealed or compiled the multitude of different elements of what black culture is, and put it into one thing. And then you also have to understand is that the black mentality is based in perfection. And where does this perfection come from? This perfection actually comes from not only the Christianity doctrine that was given to slaves during slavery, but what the root definition of slavery is for you to clean and to make things perfect for the master. So this mentality of perfection got drilled into the black psyche generation by generation. And then within this whole presentation of perfection, they have they don't know how to balance it with the dark side that will always be in existence. You see what I'm saying? And you have to understand and accept and take in dark-sided elements, and fuse them with the whole area of perfection in order to progress, right? And that's why you always see Dracula in a three-piece suit, right? You see Dracula in a three-piece suit because that's how he can get to your neck and get the blood, is because you love the three-piece suit. You know what I'm saying? Yes, blacks did dress with class through the 30s and until around the 60s, and then that's when bell bottoms and all this other crazy shit comes in, the Cuban heels and niggas wearing fishnets and all that other shit. You got to understand that when I be speaking on these things, I have a multitude of different films of what was going on in the 60s and the 70s, and we're talking about direct footage, not nobody explaining it. Like I said, I got the whole Soul Train, so I got Al Green up there singing. I got, Barry White up there singing, and you can see the attire. You can see, the platform shoes, all that crazy shit. You can see the attire that they were wearing. You can look up the movies. I do have a lot of black exploitation movies on the millenniumdvds.com as well. You dig what I'm saying? So if you want to do a study on what the Negro was doing during the 50s and the 60s, you can do that. You can also get a lot of keys on what to research or look up to get more detailed information. You dig what I'm saying? And then to also buy books from that time period is very important. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, clothes is definitely a very important part of culture. It defines who you are. You can see that with the dress and attire of the Native American Indians. You can definitely see it there. You can see that with some African tribes, even though the majority of African tribes operated in a nude fashion. So yeah, that's just the truth behind it. I think somebody said something over here. Yeah, let me see here. Okay, I'll entertain this question. With the temperament of the country, how important is your location? Um, uh, my location is important for several reasons. For me, I don't know about anybody else, and I'm not going to speak for anybody else. As it has been very clear over the years, I used to be on this tirade of everybody move to Vegas, not move to Vegas, but move to the West Coast, get off the East Coast, move to the West Coast, get off the East Coast, move to the West Coast. If you look at a map, 80% of the American population lives on the east side of the Mississippi River. And if we're going to pay attention to what just happened with the hurricanes and also what happened with this flood situation in Spain, which at first, when I saw those videos for Spain, I thought all of that shit was fake until it's, started rearing its ugly head some more. And I started looking into it, and no, those videos are very real about the flooding in Spain, and it's terrible. But those is where the majority of the icebergs are at. They're above Denmark. The ice is melting. As we can see, this has been the hottest October and November that I've ever experienced in Las Vegas. It usually drops a couple of degrees, and it hasn't. So, global warming is very real. There will be mass amounts of flooding all through the East Coast. If you're living next to bridges, or if your sustenance is based on bridges, you're looking at a very terrible situation. The East Coast is filled with bridges and lakes and rivers everywhere. And when the shit hits the fan, you're not going to be able to get over no bridges and no lakes, and you're fucked. Like what just happened with you know, what just happened with Asheville, North Carolina. They're fucked over there because of the bridges have collapsed because of the floodwaters, But then again, the military can also blow up bridges and do whatever the fuck they want to with bridges. So if you're stuck in those zones and you're stuck in forest lands, then, hey, more power to you. That's what you call home. That's where you wanted to stay. You're gonna fight the elements or whatever comes your way. Then hey, load your shotgun and I'll pray for you. I'll send some angels, okay? Because I'm not dealing with the dumb shit. And what's gonna happen is it's all gonna when you're dealing with a large city or multiple cities or even a state or a specific location, dependent upon a bridge, when chaos hits and there's all different types of forms of chaos that can happen on the East Coast, whether that be nuclear power plants hitting into the water, whether that be hurricanes, whether that be Tornado Alley. There's a lot of different things that can occur, or even the attack from, military wise, God forbid, there be an atom bomb type situation. But, Putin has let it be known that he will seek that route of retaliation if needs be. And the majority of our cities that are important when it comes to building of weapons and those type of companies and factories are all over there on the East Coast. They're not over here on the West Coast. So if something terrible was to happen, a bridge turns into the small pipe of a funnel. And then you have all these motherfuckers trying to fit down that small pipe of the funnel. And then where you got all types of people that you don't know what their background is or what their mental stability is. So what you got to realize about America is that it is only you, Negro, who are in major cities. Okay. When it comes to your senators, your House of Representatives, when it comes to your chief of police or your correctional officers or the majority of your baseball players, football players, even the basketball players, the ones that fill the bench, your basketball owners, the teams, and those who are in heavy corporations. We're talking about corporations attached to NASA, technology development, things of that nature. Guess what? They live in small towns that only have 10 to 20, 30,000 population. They don't even have a Chipotle in their city. They're still eating off of natural foods from the neighboring farms, okay? While you're over here sucking down 30 chemicals or even, no, 50 something chemicals in a Chick-fil-A sandwich, okay? They don't even have a Chick-fil-A because their population isn't big enough. And they understand a higher level of civility. They're not being interrupted by chemtrails. They're not being interrupted by chemicals in the food, and they're not being interrupted by the sound of a train going by or even the exhaust of multiple vehicles and the planes flying over. They don't have none of those issues while they're raising their children in these small fucking towns. So you better, I'm gonna tell you right now, because I've seen a lot of these small towns, and boy, they are balling over there with the 20,000, 30,000 population. And that's why they go straight to your United States General type of job there for their occupation. They go straight to Supreme Court. They don't know nothing about you. You are major city fuck is what they call it. Okay. You are, you are in the major city and you want to be in the lights and be burned by the lights, you know. Uh, yeah. It is small town people run this country. You best believe it. And the majority of your sports teams are individuals who come from and were raised in small towns, you know. And that's all there is to it, you know. So they don't have none of that shit. No Mickey D's, no Wendy's. They don't have no interruption. They don't have crime rates. They don't have, well, and don't get me wrong, I'm not going to paint it as if these locations are some form of heaven, because you best believe there are a lot of small towns that are extreme incest, extreme crystal meth. Okay. They have great, location of hell. going down. It is all fucking what do they call it? Trailer homes and all of that shit up in some of these small towns as well. So they're not all, everything ain't hunky dory in this motherfucker. Okay, don't get it confused, because when I say something, you know, I guess I have so much what's the emphasis in my wordplay that people think that my brain is adjusted to only that one situation. No, I look at the 720 of the picture, and that is 360 degrees of positivity, 360 degrees of negativity. Okay, it is all up in there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's a lot of towns in America that are jeepers creepers in the motherfucker. Do you understand me? The hills have eyes, nigga. I've driven across the country several times. So, I've seen it. They'd be out in the middle of nowhere. They'd be like, university, a college. They talking about a university in the middle of fucking nowhere. And they say next exit. And I look up next exit. I don't see shit. So I don't know what these niggas is talking about. But these niggas said there's a university up that way. What the fuck is these niggas doing? We don't know. I don't know. And yeah, that's what it is, man. You got to watch out for the small town, man. The small town has the thingamabob, the swamp thing will attack, and you have to watch out for all that shit, especially down there on that I-10 over there in that New Orleans, that Louisiana. Stay away, nigga. Do you understand? You've been forewarned. Okay. So for those on the East Coast, man, I don't know what to tell you, man. A lot of nuclear power plant bullshit, a lot of shit going down. My brother asked me if it's good where I stay. I love Vegas. You know what I'm saying? I'll never uh go against that. When I go out to other cities, I'll be like, nigga, where's my Vegas, nigga? Because I like the sun is 24. I like the nature of the people. I can't necessarily say I like the way everybody carries themselves. Okay, that's a different discussion. But the people are definitely you know, friendly for the moment. Don't get too involved, because I come from cities where, if me and you, we have our responsibility line together, which means our communication is thorough. So, for instance, me personally, if I can't fuck with you if the communication line isn't consistent, you know. Um, if I text you, you text back. If I call you, you call back. If I missed a call, which I rarely do, I call back. Um, Availability is number one, because we're hustlers and we never know what could crack off. You dig what I'm saying? You never know what may happen because you got your fucking hand in the fucking cookie jar, nigga. You don't know, and that's one thing that made me halt on shit, is because, man, when you really in the shit and you finally fucking realize, that your local precinct is down here, 4 o'clock in the morning, drinking coffee, got guns on their hips, got fucking vests on their hips. They want warming up their car. They got SWAT trucks, nigga, and your face is on the wall for discussion. They are hunting you, nigga, and you are snug as a bug in a rug in your goddamn in your fucking bed. You're fucking rubbing all up against the pillow and shit. And these niggas is about to have your monkey ass. They about to have your monkey ass. 5, 6 in the morning. Boom, 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 boom. They about to have your ass, nigga. That's when you gotta start doing, that's when you gotta download the chip of the cat burglar, nigga. You better start getting a lot more, walking on thin ice on how you operate, because the boys will come and fuck your shit up. You understand me? So yeah, um, real hustlers know, real niggas know that anything can happen. And if we cronies, we cronies. Nigga they gotta be on their ID when it comes to that communication. And that's why, they put down that MK Ultra tactic on society for you, they made disrespect cool. And with disrespect doesn't allow any advancement or any growth. You know what I'm saying? So disrespect doesn't allow any money to build. So motherfuckers who don't communicate thoroughly and they don't call you back and they don't have a seeking mentality, and that's another thing. That's how I judge a woman that's serious. That's why I've always had longevity relationships, because I know what traits to pick out about a female's behavior towards me that lets me know, oh, she's a long runner. We could go get it. You dig what I'm saying? And the first one is intervention. She's about it, nigga. She's at you, at you, at you, at you, at you. Never, and this is for all the men that's listening, because there'll be a lot of men listening to me. Never, ever push away the female that is consistently contacting you, hitting you up, what you doing, even if she's ugly, you might, you'll be able to get some shit out of her, get some shit done with her, you know, and then hopefully, it will evolve to a greater space. Is all I can really say. Because boy, nowadays the mentality done switched up. Ugly girls think they got some fucking importance line or some shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, man, a nigga, man, bro. I can't fuck with people unless you know what your position is. You better know what your position is and what your capabilities are, nigga. If you ain't got the capability, you ain't got the capability. If you're an ugly motherfucker, you're just an ugly motherfucker, man. The Lord has endowed you in other ways. You understand? And then you figure out your talents, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just the way it works. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the truth behind it, man. My position in Vegas, I love Vegas. I love the people here. I love it's a small town with a big attitude. It's only 2.5 million population in the city. You dig what I'm saying? It's not no Chicago. It's not no fucking New York. It's not a LA. It's only 2.5 million population. So I could still get to anywhere in the city within 15 minutes. You dig what I'm saying? I can go to the Chipotle and get my fucking burrito and be back up in here within 10, 15 minutes. You dig what I'm saying? Okay, and I like that. There's dispensaries everywhere. The debauchery goes down. Watch where you step when you're walking on the strip or Fremont. You may step inside a pile of somebody's throw up. Okay, that does happen out here. I've never eaten at Roberto's. Never eaten at Roberto's. I'm very strict on where I eat and what I fuck with when it comes to outside of the home. So I've never eaten at Roberto's, because yeah, I just haven't. Maybe I need to try it and go ahead and make myself fully the Las Vegas, I guess, because that's one of the spots that's out here. But yeah, that's it. So be wherever the Lord tells you to be, okay, for what's coming in this country. I ain't gonna tell no nigga to move to no East Coast. I ain't gonna tell no nigga to move to no West Coast. Do whatever the fuck you won't do, because that's what you're gonna do anyways. You understand? Figure it out. Now, can we design a situation? Yes, but it's based on solitary of the mind. I don't want no motherfucker around me think they finna sleep on my couch. Brother Hakeem will sleep on your couch about that revolution. You understand me? And I don't fuck with no Hakeem on my goddamn couch, nigga. I don't, none of that shit. I don't fuck with no Hakeem at my Thanksgiving table, nigga. No. Unless you got your shorty with you and we cronies like that. I've known you for years, nigga. Nah, besides that, nigga, hell no. I'm not open arms with the human. It's only humans that make humans hate humans. Shit, nigga. So I'm just responding accordingly. Cause, like I stated before, I'm an animal with my back up against the wall. I can't be fucking around. Humans look to fuck you up, especially because everybody's head has been trumped into this space that getting up on YouTube and making a video makes you like, famous or some shit. Nigga, I'm not Brad Pitt. I am not Denzel Washington, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? I ain't none of that. Yeah. We not playing none of them games. I'm not Denzel Washington. I don't have security and bodyguards around me. I mean, nigga, You know, so everybody be telling me I'm famous. I'll be like, whatever the fuck that means. I'm gonna tell you right now, a nigga bank account ain't famous. I'll tell you that shit. I'm gonna be for real. Buy the books and donate, nigga, is what's happening up in here. Cause you know, like I said, we still building this scenario. I'm trying to get down a little algorithm with the whole sports book thing. So y'all just bear with me. It'll happen. You know, the stock market and the way I'm going about stock market, it doesn't really, I'm not doing all that candlestick shit and following the day trade and shit. I'm not doing all that shit. You know, that's what I'm saying. White man want the brain flat like a pancake, goddamn. Nigga, you will be anxiety. You will enjoy the insanity out here is what they trying to make this world into. They're trying to revert this shit back into Greece, nigga, and have public orgies in the middle of the goddamn Walmart. That's what they're trying to get it to. And we're damn near on the edge of that. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what type of moves they finna make now. Because I'm gonna tell you, you know, putting Kamala up in office is gonna send bad electricity to the nigga brain. Everybody brain gonna be fucked off, nigga, because this means that Mammy is no longer in the kitchen. Your oatmeal will be lumpy, okay? Your cream of wheat will be dry, nigga, because the Mammy is now in the corporate office where she don't need to be. You ain't been there. You ain't built no goddamn corporate office, and you think you just been take over some motherfucking shit. You done lost your goddamn mind. Women think, you know, men done built up the world, and now that they built up the world, they're gonna try and turn niggas into fucking fags and try to fucking run shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, nigga, now you can get out the way. We gonna run some shit. You ain't gonna run a goddamn thing. Stop running your motherfucking mouth, goddamn. Control your weight, goddamn. Control your mouth, nigga, before you think you been control some shit up here. You know what I'm saying? You don't, because guess what? The rest of the planet still have men running their nations. They have guns, big guns, cannons, missiles, motherfucker. You know, and you know, the shit is gonna come down on you. You can't really say that about Trump, you know, because Trump comes from a line of pimping. If you didn't know, go look his grandfather up. His grandfather opened up a brothel and was controlling a brothel in early America. You understand me? He has many children and many wives. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, many women that he's had in divorce and all of that type of shit. So don't do that. You express see, and this is why I keep distance from a lot of people who express hate that they do nothing about. You know, so I don't express no hate towards anybody. You know, even Kamala. I just explain the situation for what it is. I don't give a fuck, you know, at the end of the day, because it's not in my hands to do something about. You see what I'm saying? I only apply the quote unquote feeling space towards things that I could do something about. If you can't do something about it, then you don't have no position to be trying to defame it. And yeah, exactly. Like the shorty said right here, Trump knows business. So if you speak bad on Trump, you're just jealous. The nigga Trump got hotels all across the goddamn globe, and you just mad because your granddaddy didn't set you up to have hotels all across the goddamn globe. So you're operating out of a space of jealousy. Is really what's going on. What's really going on with America is they mad that Trump is a father and they didn't have their father. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah. Um yeah, so I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna step on that line like that. You dig what I'm saying? I don't hate Kamala. I don't hate Trump. I don't want Kamala to be up in no office. Her culture has no inclusion with what America is, even though the root basis of the English language is Hindu. I will give that credence there. But don't be trying. I've been seeing news articles lately, and they talking about the Hindu celebrations. We don't give a fuck about your Hindu celebrations. We don't give a fuck about your system. You know, we don't know your system. You know, the most we know about Hindu people is Quickie Mart, my nigga. That's the most we know, and that's all we want to know, because we got too many bills and too much other shit to be worried about than be trying to learn what the fuck your 10-lettered word with no consonants up in it goddamn religion is, and all the shit you got going. We ain't trying to learn your red dot bullshit. We know you racist and a motherfucker, so keep that goddamn bullshit over there. You know what I'm saying? She can't turn no USA into a caste system. I highly doubt that. You know, Americans ain't finna go for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, yeah, but if so, the brother says he hates what God hates: liars, murderers, and thieves. Okay, so if you hate what God hates, and if we look, and I'm pretty sure you're referring to the Old Testament God, then do something about the liars and murderers and thieves. You're gonna go shoot up the Burger King? They lying to you right now in the commercial. You know, what are you gonna do? If you can't do anything about it, then why apply any emotion to it? If it don't apply, let it fly. I'm not gonna waste none of my energy. See, I learned that shit. Let me tell you where I learned that shit. I learned that shit in my last relationship. I'm not gonna apply no energy and I'm all a bigger angry and all that shit. For who? Proven to what? Proven what? To who, my nigga? Like, nigga, I'm not gonna hate a goddamn thing. The shit is funny than a motherfucker. I'm finna laugh. You know, I'm not finna and that's one reason why I stopped with the PI game. Because I noticed I had to be too ice grill on, you know, the women and how they operating and the lies and the shenanigans and the trickery. And nigga, I'm not finna hate shit. I'm cool, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, please. That should be too much energy for me. I'd rather put that energy down on some doggy style with a pretty bitch. You understand me? That's where I'm gonna apply that energy to, nigga. I'm gonna apply that energy holding her heels to her ears, nigga, is what we gonna does. I'm not gonna apply that energy towards no motherfucker on no TV screen. You know, if the nigga wasn't on the TV screen, you wouldn't even know nothing about him. You know what I'm saying? Do you know there's motherfuckers out here that own concrete? Do you know there's motherfuckers out here that own steel? They own the element, nigga. Okay, that's what I'm saying. This motherfucker is affecting you in all different types of ways, way harder than whatever Trump did. You ain't never seen their face or nothing, and you can't even apply hate towards them because you don't even know who the fuck they is. You see what I'm saying? You see how the game work? That's why I'm not finna, man, nigga, please. Who owns Johnson and Johnson? You ever seen their face? Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying, man? Watch where you apply the energy, dog, because any energy that you are summering up, nigga, needs to be applied on some pretty coochie. That's where it needs. You need to pull the bitch's hair if you got all that anger in the system. You understand me? And that's what it's gonna be for today. I definitely appreciate everybody coming up in here, especially the ladies. But we got to skedaddle. If there's any questions, you better shoot them now or forever hold your peace. Donate to the God 720, the last man standing in this YouTube thing. Keeping it real, nigga, for everybody. Because can't nobody else do it, nigga. You understand me? We're not gonna sit here and talk about what happened with the civil rights and shit, nigga. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? What's happening right now, nigga? Wherever you at on the country in the country, you know, make a move, make your moves appropriately, you know. 4-5 G's on me, man, nigga. Somebody has requested the country slap. That song is definitely for my down south niggas. But I will play that song. If there's anybody else got a request for the song, and the homeboy Calloway, don't think that I'm getting at you or anything like that, but just understand, bro. Nobody needs to hate. At the money religion, we don't hate. Hate don't bring in money. You understand me? You have to be happy with everybody. You got to kiss the babies. You got to do all this shit, and you know everything is good. That's why the word happy is also the word happen, because whatever happens, you're supposed to be happy. That's why you're supposed to have your life insurance in place. Motherfucker around you die, you're supposed to be happy. You're supposed to get the check, nigga. Ball, nigga. You understand? So don't go into that space of hatred, man. It ain't gonna do shit for you. You know what I'm saying? Get your ass water hosed. But yeah, that's what it is. Donate to the God 720. I need it. My children need it. You know, don't have me out here on no African commercial from the 1980s with flies all around my face, B, with the cup, talking about donate 25 cents can feed a child a day. Goddamn. Don't allow that to occur, nigga, with your scholars, nigga. Come on, be real with your shit. Get a order the Black Man's Bible. the Kicked Out of Heaven, the volume 1, 2, 3, the Ethereal Law, and the Real Nigga Etiquette, all available right now for $100. You get the you also get the Encyclopedia on the Alchemy of Women, okay, which is a phenomenal literature, you know. Um I'll answer this question before we go. Do I really want to stay in this hellhole? What do you mean? You're not going anywhere else. The only other hellhole that you're going to go into is your casket, brother. You think America is a hellhole? Brother, you haven't been to the other countries. I have. I've been to other countries, and America is not a hellhole. Show some appreciation for where you're at, because the complaining and the nigger knot that is in front of the forehead will do nothing for you. You know, you want to complain about greatness and you want to make things greater. Then how come we haven't attained any degrees in any specific areas that will assist in making things greater? You know, open sewage in Mexico. Thank you. Okay. Let me show you what they do in China when I was over there in China. I'll never forget it. Um, yeah, everybody trying to get to the US because we are the best nation. Never forget it. Represent your nation and stop being a traitor. This is the first place where you smoked your blunt. This is the first place where you fucked on the light skinned booty with the green eyes. This is the first place where you goddamn heard your goddamn rap song and watched a motherfucking rap video. This is the first place you got into your first little fist fight. Nigga, stop with the dumb shit. You know, like, nigga, I love America. I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about, man. This ain't no hellhole to me. You know, anywhere else across this globe, let me take your ass down to Zambia since you think you've been sing kumbaya. Let me take your ass over here to Cuba, nigga, where they ain't had lights, they ain't had no electricity for a whole week. Let me take you down here to Colombia, nigga, okay, where they motherfucking drag your ass be a slave to make some motherfucking cocaine. You dig what I'm saying, nigga? Please, dog, you better, man. Um, um, yeah, man. If you think, I'm not protesting the goddamn thing. I love my nation, nigga. I'm finna go sit down and watch some goddamn baseball. Goddamn. And have me a beautiful time with a Puerto Rican, with a motherfucking Chinese, with a motherfucking Jamaican, with a ghetto girl from Brooklyn, with a motherfucking blue-eyed chick from from the 90210, nigga. You can only do that here in America, nigga. Fuck you talking about. Nigga, you can't do that shit nowhere else across this globe, nigga. Yeah, that's what it is. You understand? So that's what it is on the money religion. We have respect and we definitely have appreciation from what we've gone through and where the fuck we're at, regardless of the abuse, because the abuse that we've sustained here in America is nothing compared to what has happened to other cultures on this planet throughout the eons of time. I'm not going to complain. I love Vegas. I love America. I love New York. I love LA. That's just what it is. This is home to me. I don't know nothing else, and I don't really want to know anything else, and that's just the bottom line. This is it. This is it. This is the home of the Crips and Bloods. This is the home of Michael Jordan and the Bulls. This is the home of the Miami Beach and the big butt and the thong. What the fuck are we talking about? Like, this is it. This is it. This is America, bro. This is where I stand. You know what I'm saying? I have to, whether I like it or not. I have to. So 2 songs have been requested. Y'all donate. Remember, even when it comes down to donations, who created GoFundMe? America. Who created YouTube? America. Who built this microphone? America. Who allowed me to print these books and put them up on Amazon? Amazon is where? America. Nigga, what are we talking about? There's no discussion. I'm not complaining about a goddamn thing, man. Y'all stay up, happy Halloween. Go be happy for Halloween. Let your children go out there and throw some toilet paper up in some trees like we used to do. You dig what I'm saying? But purchase the books and donate, and I'm out of this biatch. You dig? Yeah, y'all hit my line if you got any questions. I'll put my email up in here. Yeah, you got any questions or requests or anything like that, let me know. And I'm out this motherfucker, man. 4-5 G's on me on the Shaka Zulu album, and also Let the Games Begin on the Shaka Zulu album. Here you go. I'm out this bitch. Peace. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Man, I got so much music, nigga. It's ridiculous. Damn, I can't even find the fucking track here. Okay. Oh, there it is. All right. Holla at me. Peace.
5G's on my small flash, haul ass, cause the 12 move fast. Hope the Chevy don't crash. We keep a Bible on the dash and a rifle on the lap for that extra yip yap. You cannot pick through these naps. You cannot mob on these streets. You will get touched with southern heat. We like our women country sweet. Peanut butter thick from the head to the feet. Candy paint, make them faint. Sit on these leather seats. Irk and jerk for her twerk while I season this meat, nigga. When she turned the lights off, all she see is gold teeth. She say something deep, because she know I'm gon' be. I put that Al Green on repeat and she gon' leak. It's all good in your hood, I hope that's understood, nigga. Glenwood the boulder crest, backwood and roll the best. Golden zest, that'll make you hold your chest, leave your home of stress. Sit on chrome, I do suggest. Never know as dark as death with the righteous steps. Yes, I'm creasing press to impress. Part of the success. Blood, tears, and sweat. Thug years make a vet. Drug deals for a check. Slugs seared through your flesh. I won't hear nothing next. I'm not the nigga to test. Hard head make a soft ass. Slow bitch make some fast cash. Nigga, I guess that last laugh when you cross that path of the saucy dad. They be awfully mad, cause them wheels be tall. You gon' clearly see his ball. Don't be near me when you fall, cause I'll be feeling them draws off your wife to some Brian McKnight. As I watch them ham hawks pour some scotch on my ice. Smile, bitch, we are living the good life, that's right. I stay down, nappy head is my crown, nigga. This the remarkable flow of the 720. Let a bitch nigga know everywhere that I go. Yeah. from YouTube, evolved from boo-boo. Author what I've been through, my shit's the new jujitsu. Move just like Vishnu. Yes, we pay dues and let that 223 choose or kiss my blue suede shoes. Never look in my eyes. We hold the meeting outside. The element of surprise, the elegant and the wise. Elephant is my size, the testament that don't lie. Heaven sent, so we fly. Represent till I die. Nothing else but Saga City. We drink whiskey out of double D titties. AK got 50, just to bless the holy shitty. We show no pity or no mercy. That's even if your pocket's hurting. Rolls Royce or the casket curtain. Pleasure or the treasure searching. You niggas know I push that work in. That's for certain. They call me Father Merchant, the Martian lurking. They got your baby mama twerking and baking biscuits. Everybody's your servant in the gangster living. This is the money religion. We let the games begin, divide the boys from men. I spit mythology, probably as tall as the top of trees. Obviously, you can't cross the G. Mixed with a bit of Socrates, Mephistopheles. Never lost the keys of philosophy. This is P-O-P-E. Drop to your knees. I'm the monster to please. Don't fuck with a tease. Treat souls like geese. And on the day of the feast, we watch the dough increase. With every move I make, I choose who's to fake. Never chase a two-face. There are rules to break, but I never lose the case. I win, win, win. And I stay on a bitch's ass like Rin Tin Tin. Not to defend, no legend gonna regret his sins. But only Motown can make these boys the men. The toys I'm in are large and in charge for your fake ass facade. I'm a Saga City nigga, we be going too hard. The God 720, descent from the stars. I am the GOAT. Right hand up, left hand down. Now show me the nigga that wants to take the telltale crown. I am the GOAT. I am the GOAT. I am the GOAT. Right hand up, left hand down. Now show me the nigga that wants to take the telltale crown. I am the GOAT. I am the GOAT. This is Robin Artisan, chewing on the hearts of men with the darkest of skin. I hearken the wind, sipping green demon Heineken for the vice and the sin. Let the larkin begin. Yeah, I'm a different nigga. Mind your business, bitch, and get your figures. Immortal spectacle, I deliver the state of the art. Watch me take my gun apart. Only animals survive Noah's Ark. I bark when I eat raw. I heat saw when I seek y'all. Treat your beef like a meatball. The present can never walk. You see in my balls. Sipping whiskey, key calls, standing 20 feet tall. Elite eagle, we only live by tooth and the claw. I am the GOAT. Right hand up, left hand down. Now show me the nigga that wants to take that telltale crown. I am the GOAT. I am the GOAT. I am the GOAT. Right hand up, left hand down. Now show me the nigga that wants to take that telltale crown. I am the GOAT. I am the GOAT. The python with Venom, I move like recon on the streets of Henom. Everyone wants to hunt the King Kong, conquer just to be strong. Heads on the altar could never be wrong. Your weakness best to be gone. Let the OG get his preach on and say amen. We slay and skin anybody in my way when the days are grim. Keep an exotic bitch that's way past 10. It is 3 a.m. We still getting this cash. Never know what cell phone call might be your last. When we blessed from the stress, we laugh. Always best to smash. Never arrest or clash with the police above the law. God is keeping the peace, cause I'm known on the streets. So sit down and have a drink with the Cro-Magnon beast. I am the GOAT. I am the GOAT. I am the GOAT. Right hand up, left hand down. Now show me the nigga that wants to take that telltale crown. I am the GOAT. I am the GOAT. I am the GOAT. Right hand up, left hand down. Now show me the nigga that wants to take that telltale crown. I am the GOAT. I am the GOAT. Tell me what's more powerful, the pen of the sword. I'm a master of both, call me the warrior lord. Eyes are horny for gore, sharpest tusks of a boar. Don't nobody want war, with that riff-raff more. Everybody gets touched, there's dry blood on your swords. Everybody gets fucked, like your wife on my tour. My lyrics come from my core, once I was big up, I'm poor. Now I walk on red carpets and they open up doors. We've all seen it before, yes, the smiles and the lies, the drama and the cries. 4-5 on my side when I solo ride. Hear the screeching outside, black skies and red eyes, high heels and black ties, long money, large pride. Every time we laugh, we hold a savage inside. Everybody claims God, can't hate that I tried. I arrived in Sin City and the devil supplied, so now he don't gotta hide. I am the GOAT. Right hand up, left hand down. Now show me the nigga that wants to take that tilted crown. I am the GOAT. I am the GOAT. I am the GOAT. Right hand up, left hand down. Now show me the nigga that wants to take the tilted crown. I am the GOAT. I am the GOAT.